Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my bookish world. I'm Alex, and today I'm going to be doing my birthday book haul, which is coming like 2 weeks after my birthday. But yeah, sorry. I would have been up earlier, but school just kind of became a thing, and yeah. If you see a weird mass down here, it's because my dog decided that she wanted to lie down on my lap. And so we're going to attempt to film this video while she's here. So like if you just see her nose or her paw come up, I'm sorry. But these are gonna be all the books that I got for my birthday. Technically 2 of them I didn't get for my birthday, but I got them on my birthday and I didn't pay for them, so I'm counting them as a gift. I'm very grateful to all of my family. They got me a lot of wonderful gifts. Not all of them were bookish. A lot of them were on my other interests like music and, you know, the city that I'm from. But yeah, I'm very grateful to my family for sure. So yeah, let me get started. Hi. Beautiful. Okay, so the first 2 books that I wanted to talk about are Fortuna Sworn and Restless Slumber by KJ Sutton. I believe these I think were given to me by my aunt, although I might be wrong. They could have been given to me by one of my cousins. But these books follow a girl named Fortuna Sworn who is a nightmare, and she exists in this fairy world. I don't know much about this except for these are independently published, and a lot of people have been raving about them, and I wanted to read them, but yeah, I decided to put them on my list. These are books 1 and 2. If I like them, I'll pick up the 3rd book, which I believe is like Deadly Dreams or something like that, and I know there's a 4th book coming out this year. Don't tell my family that they got me fae smut, because based on this, it could just be some sort of fantasy novel if they don't look too closely. But yeah, at some point I'll be reading some more paranormal romance, fantasy romance, so that's exciting. And then the next book I actually have had on my Amazon wish list for a while, just because my dog is staring at me. Just because I read this forever ago. I think I got it from the library originally. And I read it, but I wanted to complete my collection, and that is The Witch Doesn't Burn in This One by Amanda Lovelace. This is her 2nd book in her first poetry collection, which apparently I don't remember what this is called. The Women Are Some Kind of Magic series. So the first one is The Princess Saves Herself in this one, and then this one, and then The Mermaid finds her voice in this one, or something like that. Anyway, so I haven't read these in a while, but I'm very glad to have this in my full collection. I'm only missing one Amanda Lovelace book right now, and that's her most recent one, but either I'll be buying that or I'll get that for Christmas, maybe. But yeah, I'm very excited to have this. I don't read a lot of poetry. I primarily read Amanda Lovelace. I found that I relate to her a lot of her writing. And also Katie Wismer, also Kate's Book Date. I read her poetry book, her first one. So those are really the only 2 poetry books that I keep up with. But if you've read either of these and you kind of have somebody similar, for sure let me know. I would be interested in checking them out. And the next book that I read is also one that I feel like I've had on my Goodreads TBR for a while, which, to be fair, there are a lot of books on my Goodreads TBR, but I'm getting better at getting down and cleaning that and stuff. But this came out a while ago, and it's something that I had on my radar just because I think I follow this person on Twitter, and if I don't, I'd always see their tweets. And I know that they're an author, so that book is 1,000 Perfect Notes by C.J. Drews. I don't really know anything about this, but I know... Yeah, so she's Paper Fury on Instagram and Twitter, and I follow her at least on Twitter. And she's a writer. She lives in Australia. All I really know about this is that it's about a girl named Beck who, or no, a boy named Beck who I guess, has a kind of a abusive household, and he's broken until this girl named August comes along, and she, I guess, helps him. So I'm interested. I think this is definitely going to be very hard hitting, but I'm interested, and I believe she is coming out with another book pretty soon. I don't know. I don't remember if this is self-published or not. No, it's not. But I mean, I try to support authors that I follow on Twitter, as well as just authors that aren't as well known, which is part of the reason that I wanted to read Fortune Sworn, because that author is self-published. So yeah. And then the last 3 books that I got are actually all books in a trilogy, which is amazing. My sister and my brother-in-law got these for me, which, by the way, I don't remember who these were from, probably my aunt or my cousin. My mom didn't get me any books this year because she, as she says, she gets me books all the time, so she doesn't need to get me books. So the first one is Cinder and the Prince of Midnight. Ruby and the Huntsman of Midnight, and Briar and the Dreamers of Midnight, all by Susan E. So honestly, I don't know much about this series. All I know is that I randomly found out this book was coming out recently, and I was like, oh my gosh, Susan E., I love her. She wrote the Angel Fall series, which I own, and I reread last year? No, 2 years ago. And really enjoyed and loved them. And so when I saw that she had more books, I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna read them. So basically all I know is, let's see, this one has to do, let's start with the first book. I'm gonna guess, okay. So from what I can tell, these are fairy tale retellings, thrillers. So this one is about a girl named Cinder. I'll just read you the back. So, an orphan girl, a dark and twisted kingdom, an ongoing shadow war resulting in enslaved fairies. This is the world of Cinder, a world where a girl like her can be sold to human prey for a ritualistic hunt. But on this night, even the predators might have something to fear. On this night, even a royal prince might find himself trapped by the expectations of the Dark King, and a girl like no other. This sounds interesting. And then Ruby and the Hunters of Midnight. A monster hunter in a castle, werewolves in a dark forest, and a young woman trapped between the two. Ruby will do anything to escape the infamous dungeons of Midnight Castle. She dares to dream of reaching the safety of her grandmother's house, but in order to get there, she'll need to outrun hunters and monsters alike through the deadly forest. As the Dark King's husband, Tyler will do whatever it takes to complete his mission, even if it means using an innocent girl as prey for the savage creatures he hunts. So, this is, I'm guessing, like a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood, but, you know, darker. And then this is pretty sure a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. Basically, the back says, what would you do if you were trapped in a body cursed to sleep for generations? Would you quietly wait for your prince to wake you with a kiss? Not me. I got tired of waiting, especially when I woke and found myself trapped in my frozen body. Only the cruelest fairy would think to punish someone that way, and the cruelest of them all is the kingdom of midnight. I found an escape. I entered the dreaming, where dreamers silently scream, where alliances are forgotten, where evil fairies hunt rebels like me into the darkest nightmares of the kingdom. So yeah, these all sound extremely dark, but they have beautiful covers, and I believe they can be read as standalones. I'm not very sure, but I have all of them. So at some point I will be getting to them because I really want to. And they look really interesting. And then the last 2 books here, I technically did not get. That was a lovely burp. I technically did not get for my birthday, but I'm counting them because I bought them from Half Price Books on my birthday. While we were waiting to go to dinner, my mom and I ended up going to Half Price Books. Oh, that sticker came off so easy. And just kind of looked around because it wasn't too far. obviously with masks on and safe social distancing. And so what I saw first was Speak by Lori Halse Anderson. I love this book. I've read it multiple times. I can't even tell you how many times. And I got rid of my copy a few years ago because it was really banged up, and I was an idiot who was like, I don't want to read this. Like, I don't know. I thought I was over it, but then I reread it last year for class and I just fell in love with it over again. So I had been looking for a copy, but obviously I didn't want to get a full price copy. So I got this one at the half price books, and eventually I'll probably reread it or just keep it on my shelves, but I'm really excited to have this. If you don't know, this is about a girl who experiences sexual assault before her freshman year of high school, and she ends up calling the cops on this party, and everybody hates her, but they don't actually know what happened, and so she's very lost in this depression. So huge trigger warnings for depression and sexual assault in this, but maybe I will reread this sometime soon. And then the last book that I got, I'm also gonna attempt to get the sticker off of, is a steal, because I have tried to read this book on my library app on Libby. And I got about like maybe halfway through it, and I just ended up never finishing it. And I wanted to read it because of the movie that was coming out. But not only have I not seen the movie, I didn't finish the book. So I just, maybe one day I'll watch the movie if I ever finish this book. But I'm not going to get that sticker off. Like I said, it was a steal. So this is The Sun also that is also a star by Nicola Yoon. So not only is this like in pretty good condition in hardcover, it also is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, so it has the purple sprayed edges. Not only that, but it's signed. And I was like, Nicola Yoon is not my favorite author, not my favorite author, but I do better personally reading books physically. And so I decided to pick it up. I'll probably read it at some point and then end up passing it on, as I do with books that maybe aren't my favorite, especially books that are, so beautiful. And yeah, so hopefully I'll read this someday. All I really know is that it's about a girl named Daniel and a boy named Daniel and a girl named Natasha, and they meet on the date that Natasha is supposed to be deported, and they end up having this whirlwind romance. So that's all I know. So that is a pretty good stack. I was going to include like other things that I got, but I'll be having a regular book haul coming hopefully maybe in June, because there are a lot of releases coming out next month and then in June. So I'll just include them there. So yeah, that's it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow all my social media down below. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.